Hey everyone, it is late at night and I'm Norman. So the videos that I recorded this week were completely unscripted. And there's a reason for that. Tonight's video will be a little bit different because I'm actually not going to be talking about watches. Instead, I'm going to give you a behind the scenes tour of what I've been up to. So let us begin. Alright, so I record my videos in 4K and I render them in 4K as well. And yeah, that is super tough to edit because my computers just can't handle the file sizes. Even my laptop, which is kind of old now, but it was, when I purchased it, a pretty high-end gaming laptop. Yeah, it has a hard time with it. So I have to manually produce proxy files. I find that my software was kind of weird and glitchy in generating that on its own. So I manually tell it to do it and manually copy those files into my directory so that I can edit the videos. And then when I'm done, I replace them again with the original 4Ks. But rendering takes absolutely forever. Alright, I flipped over to auto exposure here so it looks a lot brighter. But yeah, for rendering, I figured I would boost the RAM in my tower so that maybe it'll render a bit faster. I did a 15-minute video and it took about 24 hours to render, which is crazy. So my old tower is an HP Pavilion, and it had 16 gigs of RAM, I think it was, and I boosted that up to 32. I haven't had a chance to mess with it yet, but all this time that I've been spent upgrading this stuff, that's why I haven't really had a chance to write a bunch of scripts out this week. So I have this tower here. And my oldest son recently moved out, but he left this. This is a supercomputer that he had built. At least it was intended to be a supercomputer. It has a water-cooled venting system on it, 2 different graphics cards, but I think only one of them actually works. We had no idea what we were doing when we put it together, but it's actually really slow and never worked out for him. So he left it here, and I figured maybe I could use that for rendering, and this for editing, or vice versa. So right now the HP has a bunch of RAM, and this one, I believe, only has 16 gigs, so I'm going to look at how many slots it has. I'm hoping it has more than 4, because if that's the case, then I'll buy another 4-pack, which would give it 32 gigs, plus the 16 that's already in there. And then what I got was a couple of switches. So I have a switch for the monitor and a switch for the keyboard and mouse. Now I probably could have gotten a single unit that would do both of these, but I kind of forgot that I'm going to need this. So I had already purchased this switch, and this is the monitor. The actual box is down below, and I can't really get to it, but it just has a couple of the old school style monitor plugs in it. And then it comes out of that box to a single monitor. And I ordered this after the fact. So what we're looking at right now is the HP. If I flip this, and this, nothing. So if I flip the monitor and flip this, now we're looking at my son's computer. This one has a blue screen. My other one has black. And the app that I use for video editing is Shotcut, which is open source, cross-platform. What I really like about it is how quick and easy it is to chop up your different clips. So you can chop it up, get rid of that piece within a couple seconds. And I do a ton of editing like that. Yeah, so far of all the video editors I've tried, this is my favorite. I haven't tried any of the commercial ones. I did try installing DaVinci Resolve, which is super fancy, but it didn't like my computers. So yeah, this is getting pretty dialed in. Hopefully once I get some more RAM for my son's machine, it'll be really fast, because right now it's actually slower than my laptop. And when I'm done recording this and I go to do editing and stuff, we'll see how the HP does. So yeah, it's kind of a mess in here, but that is the behind the scenes there. And since we haven't talked about watches at all, look at what's on my wrist. The Silver Wave. Alright, thanks for watching.